Okay, people. So we just took a little trip back to Christmas time 2022, right? For Violent Night. This is directed by Tommy Wirkola, written by Pat Casey and Josh Miller. The film is produced by Kelly McCormack, David Leitch, Guy Danella. It is co-produced by Paul Barry and Brandy Hagborg. Executive produced by Matt Aki, Mark S. Fisher, and it's associate produced by Scott Watson. Dominic Lewis handles the music. Matthew Weston, cinematography. Jim Page edits the piece. Lindsey Graham and Mary Venu took care of casting. Roger Fires, production design. Kazina Markova, art direction. Set decoration is Tamara Gaffer. Costume design is Laura DeLuca. Right now, our cast. Right? Santa, Father Christmas, Mr. Claus. He's played by David Harbour. Right? We've got Jason, played by Alex Hassell. His wife, who is Linda, is played by Alexis Louder. His daughter, Trudy, is played by Leah Brady. Right? His sister, Alva, is played by Edi Patterson. Her husband, Morgan Steele, is played by Cam Gigandet. I think that's how you say it, right? And their son, Bert, is played by Alexander Elliot. Alva and Jason's grandmother, Gertrude, is played by Beverly D'Angelo. Then there is Scrooge, played by John Leguizamo. We've got Gingerbread, played by André Eriksen. Krampus, played by Brendan Fletcher. Candy Cane, played by Mitra Suri. Frosty, played by Aydin. Tinsel, played by Phong Giang. Jingle, played by Finn McCager Higgins. Peppermint, played by Rawleigh Clements-Willis. Sugar Plum, played by Stephanie Tsai. Techie, played by Charlie Woon. Who else do we have? Commander Fulp, played by Mike Dupoud. The UK barkeeper, played by Marina Stevenson Kerr. Right, the Mall Santa, played by John B. Lowe. That's probably our main group of people, right? You've got the security and kill squads, but yeah, that's the main crew. Right now, the gist of the story is this: when a team of mercenaries breaks into a wealthy family compound on Christmas Eve, taking everyone inside hostage, the team isn't prepared for a surprise combatant. Santa Claus is on the grounds, and he's about to show why this Nick is no saint. It's hammer time. So yeah, no, I'd heard this was good, right? And it's made by the John Wick crew. Right, well, the John Wick Studio production company, 87 North. And yeah, I've enjoyed their stuff. So I was like, you know what? I need to check it. So it just dropped on Now TV. So I was like, perfect. Boom. Let's do it. And I've got to say, this is the kind of Christmas film I can get behind. Right? This is it. Now, we start off in England, actually. He's in a pub getting drunk. You just see this Santa Claus sitting there. And then, this another one comes in. So it's just like, oh, okay. Like a lot of mall Santas, Because there's over here, we've got, like shopping centers have them. Big department stores may have a Father Christmas. Right. So, that's what you're kind of assuming this is. And like when everyone's talking to him, he's just like, oh yeah, I'm Father Christmas, right? Oh yeah, I've got to deliver presents tonight. Everyone just thinks he's drunks keeping to the stick. So once he leaves there, now he's on his trips, right? So he goes to this mansion where Trudy and her family are staying. Like it's her grandma's place, because we see Jason and everyone travel there, right? At the start. So we see them traveling there. Jason, Linda, Trudy. And it's not best, right? You can feel there's some tension in the car. You can tell that Linda doesn't particularly love going there. Right? But the security guard, he's a decent dude, right? They like him. He, Trudy really likes him. So we're like there. And the first thing that Jason's sister says to Linda is crazy. It's crazy, which really sets the tone of everything. But yeah, there's some weird shit going on, right? The grandma's dirty rich, so everyone's vying for shit. But yeah, Father Christmas comes, but so do the mercenaries. And yeah, I think we've seen kind of films similar, right? But you're just, where is this going to go? And the thing I liked was that, or it's not as crazy as Nobody or John Wick, which is fine. We don't need all that kind of stuff all the time, but it doesn't shy away from stuff. You know what I mean? Because usually when there's a little kid involved, they hold it at a certain level. And so yeah, then like she says ass, and Father Christmas is like, hey, kid, come on. Right? So they're not being too outrageous, but the place has been home invaded. Right? These mercenaries are looking to murk everyone. So you thinking you're not pulling punches, and they don't. And that was good. I was like, okay, right, this is believable. I mean, it's not in the extent of, but you think if you're in that predicament, this is the kind of shit that I want people to be doing. You know what I mean? Like, I thought the acting was decent. Like, Leah Brady, she does a really nice job with Trudy, right? Because she's a young kid, right? Believes in Father Christmas, right? Wants her parents to sort things out. But she's, she's a little disillusioned, a little scared, but she still believes. She still believes. She's just in Home Alone, so she's all psyched about that, which obviously plays into the film. but she conveys all of this stuff really well. You know what I mean? There's there's been, you know, so many times kid actors, they're a bit wooden, right? Which, I mean, it's a kid. You know what I mean? Like, the hormones are all over the place. They haven't really developed they haven't developed as a person. So for them to be able to give crazy performances, you'd be like, I get it. But some of them can. And Leah Brady does give us a really nice little performance here. Like everyone else, they're fun, right? Because it's, you know, it's a little over the top movie, right? Mercenaries, Father Chris, you know, but what they give us works for these characters, you know, works for these characters. So I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the fight scenes work, like the traps and all of that work, right? And some of the things that happen to bad guys, it's great. It's fun. There's two things that did irk me a little, I've got to say. And it's how two components of the story get resolved. Because I'm just like, all right, the things that were done, not cool. So how the fuck are you gonna, you know what I mean? And then resolving it, like, because it's just your argument had been this one thing, and instead of, which was said in the film, it's just like, oh, instead of just resolve, you went and did this, right? But then it's just like, oh, cool. And you're just like, wait, doesn't really make any sense to what was said earlier. You know, so there's these two things that were resolved too neatly for my liking, but everything else I was down for. The origin of Father Christmas, right? Or this iteration of Father Christmas was great, right? I like that. Because there was a bit, and you just go, huh, what's up with that? Like, don't tell me, right? Father Christmas was, you know, in a fucking neo-Nazi gang or something. But no. There's something else there. And yeah, I like that. I thought, oh, interesting. I don't think I've ever seen it like that before, you know? So, yeah, like Violent Night, right? It's in the title. It's a violent, bloody night, you know? I I think there's bits which are meant to be funny. I didn't necessarily find this funny, right? I wasn't laughing, but I enjoyed the story, and as I said, I enjoyed the fights, right? So it worked on that level. And I thought the 3D element was handled very well. I thought it was sweet, and yeah, it was nice, right? Everything what was meant to be conveyed is conveyed. So, you know, it wasn't a bad film, right? It definitely the best Christmas film I've seen this year, right? And I've seen a few now. What, two, three? I think it's been three. So this is the fourth, and yeah, not really a fan of any of them. The one Christmas film I really liked, which is kind of like the pseudo Christmas film, right, was Hallmark, right? Hallmark was great. I really enjoyed it. That was a short film, you know. That's a really good one, people. So I highly recommend you going checking that one out. And we spoke with the director. It was a while ago. Oh my god, it was a while ago. So my memory is all over the place. Yeah, I feel we did that in like August or something, which is just, you know what I mean? That's like forever now, you know? Like, yo, how long ago was, I mean, that's just stupid, isn't it? Like, how long ago was August? I mean, well, we know we sometimes, man, I think I talk before my yeah, my brain catches up. But yes. Like, go, that is probably my favorite Christmas thing this year, actually. But Violent Night is a close second. So yes, I think if you liked the John Wicks and everything, you will like it, right? Um, oh yes, so the director of Hellmark is Jesse Duquette, right? Jesse Duquette. It was for Fantasia. That's why we looked at it. It was during Fantasia, and it was the 10th of August. So yes, but yeah, if you like John Wick, if you like Nobody, you'll like this. I feel, you know, if you're, you know, Christmas films, they can be good, but you know, I think you'll like this. Home Alone, you'll like this. So yeah, Violent Night, I would say, is worth giving a look. And it's, especially if you're sick of all those saccharine Christmas films. So yeah, give yourself a little bloody, a little hammer time. Give yourself a Violent Night.